committing ourselves to looking after the armed forces and their families for the future. It's as a thank you really for all that they do for Queen and country, and to show our gratitude for the work that they do on our behalf.
Into the area, or giving guaranteed job interviews for ex-forces personnel for council vacancies where they meet the criteria.
I think it means a great deal. It means that we can say thank you to the people who go out there and fight for our country to make it easier for me to live. It's very emotional.
I think it's terrific that a city with such a strong and proud heritage and links to the armed forces has taken it upon itself to actually put down some pledges that ex-servicemen, their families, members of the military will receive special help and recognition for the jobs that they've done, and when they come into civilian life they'll get the support that they need to address some of the difficulties that they face that people in other walks of life don't get.
We already have a strong bond with the city of Stoke-on-Trent, but the Covenant creates a formal process by which we can work together in partnership. So, in a basic way, it cements what we already have. It allows us to develop programmes and work with projects together in a way that we haven't been able to in the past.
It's the city's and the people of the city's way of saying thank you to our armed forces for what they do for us. And this week that's even more poignant. So it's about how we can repay that debt of gratitude that we owe to them by doing something real and meaningful. So it's not just about signing a bit of paper, it's about putting services in place and resources in place. So when our armed forces return to the area or relocate to the area, we can provide services to them.
I'm really proud to be signing this on behalf of Staffordshire Police. I think it's a further symbol of the great work that goes on between policing, the services, and how both of us are really committed to the community. And hopefully this will strengthen that and show how powerful that relationship is.
Well, I hope it means fairness for the troops that are coming out of the army and the troops that are the injured and old people that are already here, that have been in the army, well, the armed forces really.
To me, the Armed Forces Community Covenant is not just a piece of paper, but it's a genuine attempt to make sure that our armed forces and their families are supported, and this is only start of the process where the City Council is clearly giving that commitment, but in the second phase we will encourage and work with our business partners as well to make sure that the armed forces and their families are supported by everybody in the city.
I think it's a great opportunity for the City Council and all of our partners to pay respect to the armed forces and for what a great job they do for us by being able to provide something back to them when they're here in our great city.
I'm very proud of the British Army. It's the finest in the world.
On behalf of the armed forces, I'd like to thank the city for hosting this splendid event. I'd also like to thank all the signatories of the Covenant for supporting it tonight.
And I think it's a necessary obligation that we take on to make sure that families and servicemen, when they've finished their terms of duty, have got, houses to go to.
Much needed support to our servicemen and women, their families and veterans on issues such as health, education, housing and jobs. Let's be clear, this is not just a token gesture. We all acknowledge the huge debt that we owe servicemen and women and their families for the freedom and security we all enjoy in our country and indeed our city.